For cheap gold, items and other boosts for Diablo 4, visit aoeah.com. Check out the link in the description, you get 3% off with the code ARIAD. Hello and welcome to my new Double Swing Barb guide for Season 3. Once again I have created a monster that slays its way through the PvP area, but it also shines in dungeons with high stability and impressive kill speed, even in boss fights. The Double Swing Barb feels stronger than ever this season, which is also due to the fact that we can use the construct for some strong effects. Overall, the build is going into a similar direction as in the first season. We are going to focus on stun and attack speed. But due to the changes that have happened since then and the seasonal content, we are doing a lot of things a little differently. Let's start with the skill tree. We play Combat Lunging Strike to get berserking even without Warcry. Then we maximize Furious Double Swing, which allows us to stay berserking as long as we are attacking. We skill Pressure Point to make use of the Decimator legendary node in the Paragon System. In the next cluster, Tactical Rallying Cry and Tactical Iron Skin with 1 point each. We will also use Challenging Shout, but we don't need to put points here. Then 1 point in Warcry. We can leave away the extensions here, because we will be berserking anyway. The remaining points all go into passive skills, mainly for increasing damage, but also for more attack speed, stuns and life leech. The key passive is unconstrained for playing PvP, because it also increases the construct's damage. In my PvE setting on the other hand, I play Unbridled Rage, and just use the construct for supporting me. Like that, the life leech also works a bit better. Overall, the skill tree looks like this. We will play Lunging Strike and Double Swing, plus the 3 shouts. In PvP we add Iron Skin, in PvE we can use Steel Grasp instead, for pulling enemies. Thanks to Harlequin Crest, we won't need skill points to do so. Then the Paragon System, it is quite similar to my last one, just the last board is different. Ire in the starting board gives much zerking damage. The Carnage board also does, and it adds close damage reduction. We increase both by the Martial Glyph. The Blood Rage board massively increases the damage by the legendary node. Here we put Revenge. Then comes the Decimator board, which gives us vulnerable damage and damage reduction, as well as some nice life bonus. Here we put Ambidextrous. Board number 5 is Bonebreaker, it gets us some more life and damage reduction while healthy. Here I play Territorial. The last board is Warbringer, just for the legendary node, which gives us Fortify. So we get more damage from the skill tree and damage reduction from the equipment. On the way to the node we can take some more life. So all in all, that's my Paragon system. As mentioned before, I've got 2 different settings for the Seneschal Construct. On the right side I always play Tempest with Safeguard, Breaking and Evernight. On the left side I use Flash of Adrenaline with Genesis, Duration and Tactical to get a huge damage boost for my Barb. Like that, Genesis has a full uptime. But for PvP I use Firefly with Seeking, Multi-Shot and Piercing instead, because the construct damage seems to play a major role in PvP this season. You can also use this setting in PvE if you want to let the construct do more work instead of yourself. Finally, the equipment. We use Harlequin Crest, this is must have in endgame, and especially for PvP. But for PvE, you can start with the helmet that has cooldown reduction and life and add the aspect of might. Then I play a full damage reduction chest with the Iron Warrior aspect to make Iron Skin become a stun breaker. On the gloves, +4 to double swing, attack speed, crit chance and also attack speed after dodging. You have to roll this by a rogue, but don't use any specific gloves that only barbarians can wear. There also a rogue will only roll Barb affixes. We play Inner Calm here, so these gloves are nice for melee combat, where we are standing in one spot all the time. The pants has damage reduction and dodge chance against close, and we use the Juggernaut aspect, so we don't have to care about armor anymore. On the shoes we want dodge chance, movement speed, damage reduction when injured and lightning resist, so we get maximum light and fire resist in our standard setup. Here we use Exploiter aspect. Good weapon affixes are strength, all stats and berserking damage, but also core, close and damage to bleeding enemies is useful. I play Edgemaster in my two-handed weapon and acceleration in my one-handed. We will snapshot the latter one, more about that in the end. Also we play Doombringer and Grandfather. In the ring slots I've got a Starless and a Bold Chieftain ring with crit chance, zerking damage, life and resources. The amulet has +3 to counter offensive, dodging attack speed and damage reduction affixes. Here I play the same aspect as in Season 1 for stunning enemies to death. In my sideboard there are some boots to add the missing resists, a pair of gloves with the rapid aspect for enemies that move a lot, a full damage reduction pants and a pants for increasing maximum resists. This is a valid option against firewall mages. For dungeons I also have Ancient's Oath, because there I like to use Steel Grasp. By the way, using Razor Plate, Zelic Amulet and Needle Flare aspect, I can also play this Barb like the Immortal Thorns Barb in last season. And finally I got 2 items for snapshotting the Exploiter aspect and acceleration. Before you leave town, put on the snapshot items, when outside, switch to your gear. You will keep the stronger aspect bonus from the snapshotting items. The effect is cancelled when you die, re-enter town, or also by mounting up on your horse. But you can also snapshot when sitting on the mount, just put on the snapshot items and after unmounting, grab your original gear again. Talking about the gameplay, 2 things are quite useful in practice. Keeping lunging strike pressed all the time and clicking double swing in between is a very comfortable playstyle. And when using Iron Skin for breaking a stun, you can get back the cooldown fast by using some of the shouts. You can watch some more of the gameplay clips. I say goodbye, take care and may the loot be with you.
This will be your last stupid mistake.
Folgt mir. Danke. Wiedersehen.